les autres partenaires serait un atout très appréciable.
Cocoa and coffee, two cash crops with lots of proceeds to offer, but equally lots to invest in order to get the work done for profitability.
In our regional story tonight, we take you to the littoral, where the crackdown on anarchical occupation of sidewalks in the town of Dwala continues to gather steam, with municipal authorities showing much determination to take the fight to the end. At the Aquaduche stretch, notorious for the phenomenon, the municipal police of the city council has been permanently in the field to keep the unruly traders off the streets. Afonso Bongwa Achu reports that for the fight to yield fruit, it is got to be sustained and strategic.
The battle to hand back sidewalks of Dwala to their rightful occupants, pedestrians, is on. It is a cat and mouse game between these vendors who have chosen to look for their daily bread on the wrong venues at the Aqua Commercial Center stretching between Douche Municipal and Ancien Dalip roundabout. Since the city mayor of Dwala launched the crackdown a fortnight ago, there is high hesitancy to liberate on the part of these unlawful occupants who have made the sidewalks their marketplaces. Circulation on these stretches, however, witnessing a relative improvement thanks to the municipal police who have been stationed permanently to play the watchman to the repressive act. The municipal police have adopted a shift system formula to tackle the difficult social equation. The first team works from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily, and the second takes the relay baton till 10 p.m. For now, the war is far from ending, as bike riders have now seized the new opportunity for the spaces created by ambulant vendors on the chase to pick up their own customers. This too is part of the problem.
A forceful eviction of the inhabitants who have illegally occupied the Esenge area belonging to the Port Authority of Dwala for close to 20 years will begin in the days ahead. The illegal occupation by some 1,500 families who have undertaken anarchical construction in this portion, which was set aside for exploitation by the Dwala Port Authority, is likely going to end with their forceful eviction of the occupants. Kola Maloke completes that story from Dwala.
The Esenge neighborhood covers 500 hectares of land belonging to the Port Authority of Dwala. However, for almost 20 years now, most of the land has been illegally occupied by some inhabitants, a situation which is not favorable to the management of the port, which needs the land to improve its activities.
We need roads, we need railways to massively evacuate those goods.
To be able to get hold of the land, the port's management is planning a second eviction of inhabitants from the area after the first carried out in 2018.
This is port domain according to decree of the presidency of 1975, and the second one in 1977. We define that this area, this particular area, Esenge, is within the port. Now it is a matter of taking possession of his land.
All this, they say, is geared towards opening several road outlets, thereby decongesting traffic and making the port of Dwala more competitive in the Gulf of Guinea.
On a similar note, illegal occupants of land belonging to the Industrial Zones Development Management Authority, Magzi, in the Van and some neighborhoods here in Yaoundé, have met with the management of Magzi to reach a compromise on when and how to quit the area they are occupying. Magzi is requesting them to quit in compliance with the initial arrangement, which saw them compensated for the land. As Beatrice Ngum reports, the issue has been long overdue, and Magzi can't wait to take possession of its estate.
The Mvan, Nsam and Magzi land saga dates to 1985. Land belonging to natives of Mvan and Nsam was collected by the state for the extension of the Yaoundé South Industrial Zone. Upon compensation, they took state money but failed to quit. the 103 and 210 hectares land acquired by the state from the natives of Nsam and Van was rather resold by the natives to third parties, a breach of contract that continues to haunt original landowners and those who bought the land.
You want me to buy minority land? Is it possible for you people? We don't accept it.
This exchange between the illegal occupants and the Director General of the Industrial Zones Development Management Authority is to envisage a new deal of 200 francs CFA per meter square to be paid by all illegal occupants until the full amount is recovered, an amount still contested.
Well, if you ask me to buy by force, I can try.
A situation that is dividing, a government-proposed solution could be the way out.
A good number of youths of the far north region are now able to set up some independent businesses thanks to the 3-year special youth plan instituted by the President of the Republic for their socio-economic empowerment. And as Henry Tato Ekambi reports from CRTV Far North, the program is bearing palpable fruits in fighting against poverty and youth unemployment in that part of the country. Henry?
Moise Jora, a resident of Marua, is currently feeding fat from his poultry farm that came into being thanks to the 3-year special youth plan.
I have already constructed my poultry farm, a borehole. I have a tricycle and other materials thanks to the 3-year youth plan. I began with 600 chicks.
Josephine Natage, on her part, got help from the Ministry of Youth Affairs that enlarged her tailoring workshop to the level where she had to employ labor.
I received 4 different kinds of sewing machines. This has permitted me to grow to the level where I have employed 3 other persons.
And these projects are just 2 out of the 1,200 that have been financed in the far north under the triennial special youth plan.
The National Commission for the Promotion of Bilingualism and Multiculturalism is intensifying its crusade against the propagation of hate speech and xenophobia in Cameroon. The Commission is currently leading the campaign with stakeholders in the Central region in a bid to reverse the trend of a practice which is stretching peace and social cohesion on edge. Ebenezer Kanga reports.
In recent years, there has been an upsurge of hate speech and xenophobia in Cameroon. In the conventional as well as social media, individuals and ethnic groups are pitted against each other, posing a serious threat to the peace, stability, unity, social cohesion and living together of Cameroonians. In line with the new national communication campaign against hate speech and xenophobia launched by the National Commission for the Promotion of Bilingualism and Multiculturalism, a delegation from the Commission, led by Professor Jean-Marie Bodo, is meeting with stakeholders in the Central region to find ways of eradicating the scourge.
Our focus is essentially one of bringing everyone on board to see exactly how we can make hate speech a thing of the past. But we need to know the causes first. And if we know the causes, we'll be able to treat the consequences and the impact on our nation.
Launching the communication campaign in the Central region, Professor Jean-Marie Bodo said that Cameroon's ethnic diversity should be an asset, not a curse to the nation. At the end of the consultations, a coalition will be set up to follow up the implementation of recommendations arrived at.
You're watching the 7:30 news on the Cameroon radio television, the CRTV. We are beaming live from Yaoundé. The second ordinary session of Parliament for the 2021 legislative year has ended at the upper and lower houses of the Parliament with the adoption of 7 bills and the organization of the budgetary orientation debate to lay the groundwork for the elaboration of the 2022 state budget of the country. Proceedings at the upper and lower houses of the Parliament were chaired, respectively, by Marcel Nyandifenji and Kavai Yege Jibril. Senate correspondent Charles Anyangwe has a roundup of the just ended June session of Parliament.
The second ordinary session of Parliament was characterized by the adoption of 7 bills, 2 of which had to do with the amending of the finance law of Cameroon for 2021 in order to adapt the state budget to significant changes in the macroeconomic context. Other important bills that fueled exchanges between Parliament and the government was that on the access to genetic resources and the other on the promotion of volunteering.
There have been a very important bill on voluntary in this session, which is also a very, very good point as far as the building of common living, development, involvement of the basis.
At the diplomatic level, both houses of parliament examined bills strengthening traditional friendship and cooperation ties with Switzerland on the reciprocal abolition of visa requirement for holders of diplomatic or service passport, and with Great Britain and Northern Ireland thanks to the stepping stone agreement towards a bilateral economic partnership agreement. The two houses also ratified the treaty establishing the African Medicine Agency. One of the major issues that the two houses tackled was the budgetary orientation debate.
It's an innovation that has come, which is very welcoming, because before we only got to the assembly to know about the budget. But thank God this time around, they give us the opportunity to give our own ideas of what we think, how the budget is supposed to be orientated.
This debate will enable the government lay the groundwork for the elaboration of the state budget for 2022.
On an obituary note now, the judicial family in Cameroon was today paying homage to one of theirs, Martin Rissouk Amulong, former Procureur General of the Supreme Court, who died in Yaoundé on the 31st of May 2021. The president of the judicial bench of the Supreme Court, who presided at the honors event, described the 82-year-old judicial guru as a veteran who dedicated his professional life in building and consolidating the rule of law in Cameroon. Quinta Rita Edang was at the homage ceremony.
A gloomy day at the courtyard of the Supreme Court as members of Cameroon's judicial family converged to pay their last respect to Martin Rissouk Amulong, who spent close to half a century rendering services to his fellow men. In a soul-searching eulogy, the president of the judicial bench of the Supreme Court, Joseph Fonkwe Fongang, described him as an incontestable icon of the judiciary. Martin Rissouk Amulong joined the corps in 1965 and served diligently in different parts of the country before his appointment as advisor to the Supreme Court in 1986. 4 years later, he was promoted to the prestigious position of Procureur General, where he served as a tireless and resolute champion of justice until 2014, when he retired. Military honors ended the day that kicked off with a coffering ceremony at the Yaoundé General Hospital, attended by Justice Minister Laurent Esso, personal representative of the head of state, and other top government officials.
Despite our efforts, COVID-19 plunged many families into mourning and seriously hampered the functioning of our economy and society.
As the mass vaccination campaign against the coronavirus runs into its second day, echoes from the field are talking of a favorable response from the public, with more and more people showing up for the jabs. The Fulan Health District in Yaoundé, for instance, is reporting 200 people already who have received the shots, with the trend still on the upward side. For an update on the campaign since it was launched yesterday, we now join Baldwin Sama and Dr. Juliana Ambo at the Public Health Emergency Operations Center. Good evening, Baldwin.
Good evening to you, Ben Menopufong, on day 2 of this mass vaccination against the coronavirus. Today, we discuss about how this ongoing vaccination has been taking place at the Fulan Health District here in the nation's capital city, Yaoundé, with our guest tonight, Juliana Ambo. Good evening to you, Juliana Ambo.
Good evening, Bowie.
Explain to us how has this ongoing mass vaccination against the coronavirus, how has it been taking place so far at the Fulan Health District?
At the Fulan Health District, it has been going on well. At least we started yesterday, and today it's encouraging as compared to the last vaccination campaign.
How has the turnout been like? The population, are they adhering?
They are adhering, just some few persons that are still adamant to it.
Can we have some estimated number of persons so far who've been vaccinated?
Yesterday we vaccinated approximately about 270 people, and today it's almost up to 500 so far.
And any problems faced so far, 2 days into the mass vaccination?
No problem, just that people don't really want to take the vaccines.
With 3 more days left, what message do you have for the population of the Fulan Health District?
I encourage everybody at the Fulan Health District to vaccinate themselves. The stories they get about it, there is nothing like that. I myself, standing here, I'm a health personnel and a vaccinator. I have vaccinated myself, so all of us should protect ourselves with the vaccines.
Thank you so much, Juliana Ambo, for that precision. The population of the Fulan Health Districts, they are encouraged to have themselves vaccinated against the coronavirus. We have 3 more days left, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's an opportunity to have yourself vaccinated against COVID-19. Back to you, Ben Menopufong.
Thank you very much, Baldwin Sama. Secondary Education Minister Nalova Lionga has saluted the completion of buildings constructed with COVID-19 funds as timely to help check the spread of the coronavirus on school campuses. She was speaking in Boya, where she is on a working visit to evaluate ongoing projects and to inspect the conduct of certificate examinations in faculty division of the Southwest region. Reginald Galen Doko reports from CRTV Southwest.
The newly erected building at GHS Boya Town has the capacity to take 400 students in 8 equipped classrooms, toilets and offices. A similar structure has equally been put up at the Government Technical College, Bimbia, with COVID-19 funds made available by the government.
We are satisfied with the building because the building is going to reduce the overcrowded population at high school. The environment is good for many children.
While inspecting and examining ongoing projects in some schools, the minister also received 20 hectares of land made available by the government for the construction of a government technical agricultural college in Bimbia.
I give praises to the administrative people in Fraco for making this possible. So people should leave school land alone. They should go elsewhere to look for land that they want to use.
After visiting some examination centers in Fako, Minister Nalova Lionga made a stop at the GCE board to get the pulse of the ongoing GCE examinations.
A new book has hit the shelves in Cameroon. The publication, captioned "Becoming a Total Quality Negotiator," authored by seasoned diplomat and chargé de mission at the Presidency of the Republic, Dr. Boniface Nkobena, was launched yesterday at the International Relations Institute of Cameroon, Afrique. Charles Ebune was at the book launch.
A select crew of senior officials of the Presidency of the Republic, both at the General Secretariat and at the Civil Cabinet, today at the International Relations Institute of Cameroon to attend the launch of this book, 316-page publication.
First of all, is to place negotiation as a central art and science of diplomacy.
Containing 6 chapters with thousands of words, authored by seasoned diplomat and senior official of the Presidency of the Republic, Dr. Boniface Nkobena. The book heralds the values of negotiation.
The book cuts across all types of categories of persons in society. The whole aim is to reduce conflict and to negotiate through a peaceful process.
The caliber of people who attend the launch of becoming a total quality negotiator shows the essence of this book in the construction of a better conflict-free society, individually and collectively.
Now, note of sports today takes us to Parliament, where members of the Cameroon National Assembly now have a facility with which to keep body and soul together while sojourning in Yaoundé during parliamentary sessions. The Keep Fit facility, lodged within the confines of the Hotel des Députés, was inaugurated today by the Deputy Speaker of the House, Kombo Mberi, who urged his peers to appropriate the facility and become smarter and healthier in body and mind. Esther Kmer reports.
A fitness center sees the light of day for the health and wealth of members of the National Assembly, fully equipped to keep the lawmakers in shape. The most effective cardio machines like rowings, upright and recumbent bikes, as well as ellipticals, are at their disposal.
Yeah, in this center we can find running carpets for the development of a cardiovascular system, and we have here the machine for the development of musculature. We use it with music, so you can make sport and enjoy yourself.
Elated by the performance cycles and the treadmills, the people's representatives are appreciative.
The initiative is quite good. We are very happy and want health for all, universal health for all.
The sports unit also offers aesthetic services exhibited on Honorable Kombogberry at affordable rates. A spa corner to soothe aching muscles and restore health, plus steam bath facilities where the legislators can release body toxins and impurities through sauna are amongst the exciting products brought to them.
That's all for the team, from me for today and for the week.
I urge you once again to put on your face masks, to wash your hands regularly, and to consult a physician or any other health personnel if you notice any symptoms. This is the only way to save lives and to curb the spread of the virus.